I think the reason that so much contemporary literature feels micromanaged is because writers are being taught that explaining everything is how you get depth. But it isn't. And it shifted towards something where dumps of inner monologue became the measure of how you portray character complexity, towards something where how a character feels must be explained to exhaustion. And I think I know why it happened. There is a very large assumption that is baked into modern content culture. I've heard it referred to as second screen culture, where everyone's attention is divided and everyone's attention span is in the garbage. And I'm not refuting those because getting through a single day is so exhausting. But I take issue with the assumption that modern audiences need everything spelled out for them every minute of every part of whatever media they are consuming. That if you leave gaps of any kind, you're gonna lose your audience. That absolute clarity is a kindness of some kind. How we scroll through our feeds, that might have changed, but how we experience a story, that has not changed. Treating content and treating storytelling the same has cost fiction something very real and very precious. I understand why this trend is defended. Writing paragraphs and paragraphs of interiority is very easy. Dumping inner monologue and explaining every feeling and justifying every action your character takes, that can feel like depth, I don't disagree. Because it's more explanation, more access to a character. But more is not depth, more is just more. Creating the conditions for a reader to feel something without being told how they're supposed to feel it, that is hard. A writer who has never had to develop that skill will rely on what they know instead. Here's why that is a problem, and I'm not just talking about aesthetically, I'm talking about mechanically and psychologically. Humans operate through something called inferential engagement. If I walked up to someone and told them, I want you to feel sad right now, what is the likelihood that they are going to feel sad? But if I walked up to them and showed them a video of a dog sitting at a door waiting for their passed away owner to come home, what do you think's gonna happen? He'll probably feel sad. And I didn't need to give any sort of deep interiority for them to feel that. The image creates the condition and our brains do the rest. That is inferential engagement. That is how human beings are wired to be immersed in a person's emotional state. Not by having every emotion spelled out to us minute by minute. We immerse ourselves by filling in those gaps and drawing our own conclusions. What gets lost when everything is explained in fiction is wonder. The experience of feeling something true without being told how they're supposed to feel it. Showing is a way of trusting the reader to understand the conditions that you've created for them to have that experience and for you to just get out of the way of it. I think we've been getting out of the way less, and fiction is flatter because of it.